Hey guys, Justin here from 420 Consulting with another episode of Follow Up Friday. So last weekend was the big BC Craft Farmers Co-op Board of Directors election. I was up against some stiff competition, people that have been in this industry for a long time. Came up a bit short, but congratulations to all those who were successful. And I'm looking forward to being a part of these committees that are going to be formed and really making an impact in the areas that I know we need help in. Finance, government bottlenecks, and municipal zoning issues are my three core areas I'm going to focus on. So I'm really looking forward to making a positive contribution to that organization and helping out cultivators like I have for many years. We're always talking about the keys to success in micro cultivation. Now that we're starting to see some micro cultivators getting licensed, we're starting to see some people thrive, and we're starting to see some people struggle in certain areas. And I've always said there's really some critical areas that we need to focus on in the beginning, and that is obviously hiring the right master grower, somebody that preferably has produced in a regulated environment, or somebody that feels they can transition. Either they grow organically or they've grown using Health Canada's kind of protocols anyways. Today we're here with Marsh. We're honored to have Marsh from Grassroots here talking about everything genetics and how to really succeed as a micro cultivator after you've got that license. I always joke, I say, getting the license is just training for the marathon. It's when you're in the marathon that you're either gonna sink or swim, right?
Yep. Well, welcome to the starting line, they say.
Welcome to the starting line, that's right. So what can you tell our viewers about, how to successfully select genetics? Is there value in kind of getting a group of micros together and batch releasing in stages? Like, what can you tell us about that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so genetics is a big thing, obviously. The one-time declaration or first-time declaration, it's the opportunity for growers to bring in their genetics from the legacy market into the legal market, and it's very important because you could have created these genetics, so it's going to be the only one in the world,
right,
that is on the market. You also touched on testing and stuff like that. So even in the legacy market, you're doing testing before you're bringing in these genetics into the market, so you know what's happening. And a lot of people, like they said, are going on the higher dollars are being purchased at the higher THC levels.
Right.
So these are the genetics that you want to bring in, and you can find out that dollar figure that you may receive by knowing this. But genetics, they take time.
Right.
You're going from seeds, but and just pheno hunting, and that takes a lot of time. So you want to be ready
the day that
Yeah.
you're getting ready to submit that. I guess you want to be collecting now if
Yeah.
you're thinking about submitting in 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
Is there, do you have advice for, I know we've got, even just at 420 Consulting, we're probably doing 40 or 50 applications right now. What advice could you give those folks about what's the process of obtaining genetics? Like
so it's just knowing the market, seeing what's hot out there, being part of the industry at every stage and every level. Growers go out there and they're on Instagram and Twitter.
Yes, being part of the BC Craft Farmers Co-op wouldn't hurt, right?
Yeah, exactly. Talking to others, seeing what's on the shelves today actually is a big thing. Go to the BC government website or the Ontario government, any of those websites, and see what's out there and what's on the shelves now. Visit your local retailers and talk to the bud tenders and find out what's selling. Like really kind of get it.
Educate yourself.
Yeah, educate yourself. But
I'm sure if you want to reach out to you personally, they can probably get a hold of you through Insta or whatever.
Absolutely.
Look up Grassroots on Insta.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Marsh, for that snippet of knowledge. We're going to do an extended interview with Marsh and his partner Nathan. We'll get to that. We'll do that next week, and we'll release it before Follow Up Friday next week, so we can talk about the history of Grassroots, where they've come from, where they're going. They've got an unbelievable story. They're unbelievable guys. Thanks a lot for joining us, and thanks for you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on Follow Up Friday.